So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, what's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me? Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away.
Never give up, fighting till the end, gotta get back up. No time for loss, fighting till the end no matter what the cost.
Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up. Keep moving, gotta get back up, what? Keep moving, gotta get back up.
How are you? Gotta keep moving, gotta get back up. That's what it's all about. Yes, for the rest of your life. Although, once you retire someday, you don't have to get up quite as early in the morning. I was chatting with a friend the other day. Just met him, actually. He's not really a friend, I guess. I think he's probably maybe 66 or 67. He's retired. And he was talking about getting up early in the morning. He said, I have a walking buddy, and we get up at 4:30 a.m. to walk. And the first thing I said and thought was, well, you're retired. I said, you need to get another friend that gets up later than that. And he said, yeah, no kidding. I hadn't thought about that. Anyway, stand up, take a step, repeat. We're talking about that today. The magic recipe, the super secret success recipe. And you millennials, or maybe you Zoomies who think, Scott, get more tactical. Give me a Reddit list. I'm going to say, chill out. Why don't you soak up some wisdom today and take the easy way out? Quit working so hard. I'll tell you how to do that, okay? Hang out. Can take about 5 minutes, okay? It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com, the positive boost you need every single day. Don't get me wrong. I love my Zoomies. I do. They're zooming around all over the place and trying to figure stuff out. I get it. Life is tough right now. Love my millennials even more. Got some papers on 2 of them. Well, no, I think I gave the papers to them. They're older now. My son just had a birthday. You know, the first time I remembered my parents being old, they had turned a certain age. I think they had turned 42. That was the first time I ever, as a kid, thought, man, my parents are old. They're 42. I don't know. I must have been, 15 or 16? My son turned 42. It's like, okay, so the second time I realized I must be getting older is when not only did I notice my parents were old, now I notice my son was as old as my parents were when I noticed they were old. This is a weird world we live in. It's okay. It's the only one we have. All right. My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you here today. Nice that you would stop by and take the time out of your day to come see what I'm up to today. And I can promise you this, I'm always up to the same thing. If you get to know me, and many people do know me, I talk to a lot of people every single week, you'll know that consistently, day in and day out, I will bump into walls and stumble all over myself, and I will always clean up my mess, but I will always be heading in the same direction. That's why I've done almost 5,000 of these episodes. I'm going to be positive. I'm going to be upbeat. I'm going to figure out. I'm going to challenge everything. Anything that doesn't work, I'm going to say doesn't work, get rid of it. I'm going to find the simple way to do things. And whether you agree with me or not, doesn't matter. You'll be back at some point because you're going to realize that 10 years from now, if you come back, I'll be doing the same thing. I will get up in the morning. I'll go, hey, it's a good day. Let's go make something happen. And that's what we do every single day. Glad to have you here. Face Your Passion is awesome. You should check it out. They're going to do a new presentation here pretty quick, an actual coaching workshop. I'll tell you about that maybe next week. But the last one we did was more of a webinar style. If you want to see what I do, here are a couple of crazy stories. Just go to faceyourpassion.com and check that out when you get the chance. If you're interested in joining this amazing group, man, it's life-changing. And so you'll find out when you dig a little deeper, you'll see. Let me know. All right, so super secret recipe for success. A long time ago when I first started doing this thing, like a lot of people, when I started doing what I'm doing now, I was trying to figure it out. That was it. And you see that all the time these days. People just try to figure stuff out. And so they do a podcast. And back then, nobody was doing a podcast. I was very early on. But I was trying to figure stuff out. And I was in my 40s when I started to figure stuff out. Yeah, it took a while. I mean, I'd done well before that, but I finally just wanted to kind of get happy. And so I started figuring stuff out, and I decided, well, heck, let's make a podcast and talk about it. Well, something has happened in 5,000 podcasts and nearly 20 years of doing this, actually over 20 years total. I've kind of figured it out. But some of the stuff I had back in the early days was just so simple, and it just worked. And stand up, take a step, repeat. If you do nothing else today, but just remember that no matter what gets in your way, and life will get in the way. It's amazing how many people say life gets in the way. I've been saying that 20 years now. I've had the domain for 25 years. Life gets in the way. You stand up, you take a step and repeat, and that's it. But don't overcomplicate it. Well, what do I do? What do I repeat? Just stand up and go do something. The mere fact that you're focused in a direction, at least you're moving, you're going to get it. If you can embrace that, and then we'll take one step further, we'll get a little tighter focus, because obviously that's what's going to make the difference. But if I can just get you to stand up, take a step, and repeat, you've pretty much got this figured out. And I know you do. Remember that on a Sunday morning after you've been out all night, imbibing. So one of our members asked me how to put this straightforward advice into action. So here's a 5-minute daily practice that can transform your life if you're willing to do this. And yes, I do this stuff. Do I do it every single day? No, I don't. I phase in and out. There are some things I do every single day, constantly. I find that really works and kind of settles me and gets me set for the day. Got a nice routine right now that I'm really enjoying. But I do go in and out of things. It's just kind of, okay, it's time for this now. It's time for that. Sometimes I'm into motivation. Sometimes I'm reading the Bible. Sometimes I'm, exercising more. It just depends. So take it for what it is. Try it for a bit if you like it. If it doesn't fit you, alter it. Do it for your own way. You're going to do that anyway, right? Number 1, pause and find space for yourself. Stop what you're doing. Find a quiet spot where you're not going to be disturbed for at least 5 minutes. Now, drop the phone. Leave the phone in the car. I can't tell you how many people say, Scott, I'm going to find a quiet spot. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take notes on my phone. Don't do that. Just don't do that. It's a piece of electronic equipment. I mean, it's not going to be good for you. So find a quiet spot someplace and really just do it. I don't care where it is, but then stop and maybe take a notepad with you, but detach. 5 minutes, all I'm asking. It's hard to do, isn't it? Quiet. Nothing turned on. No podcast. Nobody blabbing in your ear. No social media. No nothing. Good luck with that, by the way. Number 2, focus on yourself. This is a moment to center your attention on you. This is not meditation. Now, if I do meditation, I do tend to focus on things. So if you're like me, when you do meditation, I do not do meditation to clear my mind. I do not want to go in a silent spot. That's not who I am. I meditate with a purpose. I pray with a purpose. I put a focus on it. So to me, it would be perfectly fine to sit down and say, I'm going to meditate on myself for 5 minutes. But you may not believe that. You may believe you need to center yourself and quiet the voice in your head. I get lots of questions about that, Scott. How do I quiet the voice in my head? I talk more than anybody I know on the planet, and I can quiet the voice in my head instantaneously. You can't even get to me. I won't even see you. So number 1, we're going to find that quiet space, and we have to adapt to that. If you don't know how to do that, if you can't live 5 minutes without your phone in a quiet spot, I really doubt you're going to be able to focus on yourself. And I think you're going to keep searching for the magic list that tells you how to fix yourself. There is no list here. You're going to find that spot. You take a deep breath and you're going to focus. You are the center of attention. And how are we going to do this? Well, the homework question I have asked for years. I recently just stopped asking it because I've asked it enough. It's time to do something else. But I asked it for years. How is my life going? And the reason I ask that question, particularly if you're in a 5-minute pause for yourself and you're focused on how your life is going, you can let your mind wander through the different areas of your life, work, relationships, health, personal goals, the whole thing, and you focus on the roles you play. And by taking a chance, an opportunity to take time for yourself and then focus on yourself and just say, how's my life going? It's a little bit external. It's almost like you're watching a movie about yourself. You have a chance to see the good and the bad and the ugly. And that's okay. That's okay. Because when we do that, you're kind of breaking through the surface level of your mind and we're getting down to the core levels of your mind, the stuff you're thinking about or having nightmares about, and we're kind of bringing it to the surface. And now we can do something about it, can't we? Listen, positive motivation, just talking affirmation-y stuff all day long is fantastic. But if you don't do the deep work, it's never going to take you where you want to go. I love motivation. I use it all day long. But in the morning, trust me, I'm doing deep work. I'm digging in. Next, identify and act. For the parts of your lives that are thriving, I want you to keep that momentum going. You'll hear me say defend it often. What I'm saying is if you have a thriving area of your life, relationships, job, whatever it happens to be, make sure you lock it in. Make sure you understand how you keep that going. And for areas that need improvement, it's a very simple question. What can I do to make it better? That's it. There's nothing you can't fix. There's nothing you can't have. There's nothing you can't do. But you do have to take some immediate action. But there is a caveat to the immediate action. See, a long time ago when I first started doing this job, there's a pretty famous tall guy with big teeth that makes a lot of noise that does this job. And he says, take action. He would say, take massive action. And so most people say that's a good idea. And I believe it's a good idea too. I'm not against that. But I also understand what actually really happens is that for most people, we're taking massive, imperfect action. You see, while we think we figured things out, we haven't figured it out until we've tried it in action. So if you release yourself and just take massive, imperfect action, you'll be able to sift and sort and narrow down what works. And then you'll have highly focused, massive action later on. It all begins with finding a quiet spot, taking 5 minutes to yourself, and just thinking a little bit. Trust the simple. I like simple. Simple works. Complex, it doesn't work.
Keep moving, gotta get back up. What? Keep moving, gotta get